This happened quite a few years ago when I was in college. My friends and I were living on the ground floor of an apartment, and my room was in front of the building, and outside my window was the front garden. My boyfriend and I had literally just got done playing video games. I was tired, so I put my head on the pillow and glanced to my right, which is where the window was. There was a gap between the curtain and the window, and I was met with a pair of eyes watching me. We both had the instinct to look away and quickly look back. At this point, I shouted to my ex that there was someone watching us from outside. He jumped and opened the window and shouted things at that person. He could see the grass was disturbed, so someone had been there, and by the looks, it had been more than once. From further inspection the next morning, we found out that he had jumped a small hedge and exited through my neighbor's garden. We never found out who that man was. Years ago, when I was a senior in high school, I had a day where I just wasn't feeling so great. So I decided, as I occasionally did, just to skip out on my last 2 classes and head home. That meant no school buses, and obviously, I had to walk 3 miles home. Before the age of computer and cell phones, this was a pretty long and boring hike to take, so I decided to take a shortcut through some small wooded trail along the creek. Eventually, I came across a dead cat lying in the middle of a trail. As I walked around it, I noticed another dead cat to my left. I looked to my right, and sure enough, there was another. Creeped out, I looked behind me and noticed 2 more, and yet another 2 in front of me. They were all laid out in a giant circle with one in the middle, almost like a half-ass pentagram. I sped up the pace and got the hell out of there. I never took that trail again. Thinking back, a really weird thing is that there was no visible damage to any of the cats. No blood, no cuts, nothing. They were just dead.